Hello, collective. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot. How are you lovelies doing? I am here to bring you another channeled message. I hope that this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. Whew. How is this Mercury retrograde treating you guys, huh? Whew. Hopefully you guys are keeping your heads down and still staying productive, right? So let's see what Spirit wants to talk to you guys about today. I'm hearing intention. So Spirit wants to talk to you guys about some intention. Okay. Maintaining like your intentions, regardless of whose vibration or who's around you or what other people have to say about what you're trying to manifest or what you're trying to do. Okay. Yeah, full moon in Cancer. Look at this. I was thinking about how my vibration has improved since the full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. So you guys have really been dealing with some stuff, right? I really feel like you guys are probably feeling better. I don't know if you are exactly feeling bad, but I feel like maybe that you're feeling a little bit better. A fiery climax approaches with the full moon in Aries, okay? So somebody here is taking action. Somebody here, yeah, the answers you need are coming, as well as this full moon in Gemini. So lots of answers are coming towards you. It's like you're figuring things out, is what I'm hearing, right? You're figuring things out. You're manifesting new beginnings. You're understanding more about how your emotions affect your manifestations and your intentions that you're setting out. Law of attraction and whatnot. What's coming into you based on how you feel. I feel like you guys are doing a lot of work on that kind of stuff. Right? Keep doing your researching. Keep doing your stuff. Yes, exactly. I have full moon in Scorpio. Okay, it's time to release negativity. I really feel like you guys you or somebody you're connected to. Okay, friends, family, connection, love life. Let the energy resonate as it does for you. Right? Love life, family, especially I think around family for some of you, right? But definitely with the Scorpio, it's causing like an evolution to happen within you, right? This personal issue that you're releasing, this negativity that you're releasing, old thought patterns, old processes. And I think it's kind of like, okay, I need to take responsibility for some of the things without releasing the shame. I've been having conversations with one of my really good friends about accepting responsibility for past actions and maybe ways that you felt like you quote unquote like failed yourself or ways that you felt like you may have missed deadlines or you were holding yourself back. And it's like, okay, I'm going to stop apologizing for this, right? It is what it is, right? I can't go back. I can't change the past. All I can do is take the lessons that I learned from the past, let go of the negativity surrounding them, right? And kind of use the lessons that I learned to help propel myself into the future and really be focused in the now. What's happening now? Intention setting now on a daily basis, right? What am I doing? Where am I going? Who am I, becoming? Bring love to the situation. I really feel like you're bringing a lot of self-love to the situation, right? It's a lot of healing energy that you're bringing into the situation. That Spirit is also helping you bring into your personal situation, just things that you're dealing with, right? And this could be so many different things that you guys are really trying to, maintain right now. Oh, yes. Be bold and make the first move, right? I said somebody was ready to go into action, right? You're taking, right? That be bold and make the first move. You know what? I'm just going to do it. You know what? I'm just going to handle the issue. You know what? I'm just going to forgive and let go and move on and give myself permission to fucking live, regardless of what happened, regardless of what mistakes, regardless of whatever, right? Whatever it was. You know what? Just give yourself permission to live, in the now. Live in the now. Can't do anything about what happened in the past. All you can do is move forward, right? Well, that flew across. Ooh. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Absolutely. Full moon in Pisces. So really getting in touch with your intuition, really getting in touch with where you're being guided to go, when, where, how, how you're moving forward. Conclusions are within reach, right? Like you're seeing the end, right? The end. Well, it's kind of like the end of I did see that, is it a full, I think it's a full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. I definitely saw that as well. The end of a tough cycle is approaching, right? Definitely. And then, right, working through your fears with this new moon in Scorpio as well, right? Working through any kind of fears about repeating the past or fears of falling into the past, and just realizing that the more you give thought and the more you give energy to your fears, the more they manifest, right? And the more that you kind of stay, that you feel that stuck feeling, but the more that you kind of stop thinking about the past, stop reliving the past, and kind of go through that initial, okay, I'm going to look at it, I'm going to face it, I'm going to do what I need to do about it, and then I'm going to let it go, release, and move on, right? And I feel like in the past, maybe you've tried to do this several times, but I feel like there's just something about it this time that you're just kind of, you're like, nah, right? I'm moving on. Fiery climax approaches, right? Ooh, I'm also hearing Kundalini awakening, right? A lot of you might be going through a Kundalini awakening where you feel like your power, like gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. Absolutely. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, exactly. Okay, I just pulled these two together, right? So expect a powerful change, and the energy is gaining momentum. The power is gaining momentum, right? So this powerful change is happening inside of you, and the energy behind that is really gaining momentum, right? What you give your energy to is what the universe is going to give your momentum to, right? So if you're giving your momentum to anger, or to pettiness, or to rage, or to vengeance, or to sadness, or to depression, or to stuckness, or to reliving the past, that's what you're giving your energy to, and that's what you're bringing more of into your life. But when you let it go, when you're releasing, when you're letting go, and you're thinking, okay, what can I do now to make my life better? What can I do now to make my life better? What can I do now to make my life better? Okay, what else can I do now? What else can I do now to make myself feel better? What else can I do now to take some of that pressure off of myself? What can I do that brings me fun, that brings me enjoyment, that brings me laughter? You know, whatever it is that I need to do, whatever I need to, you know, to draw into my life. That's what Spirit is saying. Yes, like you are building that in, right? I'm also getting that, I'm seeing like the Taurus card. So a mixture of the prosperity prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. And I think it's the full moon in Taurus. I might have those switched up. Excuse me if I do. But it's like, you know, it's like, your dreams need a practical plan, right? Releasing any kind of thing that was kind of holding you back from just doing the little things, big things, little things that just help you align, right? Help you get into alignment. Beautiful. This is beautiful energy, you guys. Beautiful. Yeah, because you're surrendering, right? Surrender to divine. I'm going to stop this deck here. Let's move on to the beloved deck. Okay. Yeah, right. All that shadow work that you're doing, right, is bringing inner union, right? Beautiful. All that surrendering that you're doing, right? And I really feel like that's the negativity that you're leaving behind, is facing that shadow work, right? Yes. Oh my gosh. Manifestation and projection. What energy? Be mindful of what you are projecting into this connection, right? Be mindful of what energy you are giving to the connection with the divine, right? Because whatever you say, whatever you're doing, whatever you're giving your thought process to, Spirit is saying, okay, that's what you want. That's more. So if you're thinking about how people in your past did you dirty, or this and that, you know, that's what you're going to be manifesting into in your life. Be careful what you are projecting into your manifestations, right? Because whatever energy you're giving to your manifestations, no matter what on the surface you say, I want love, I want truth, I want, I want to live up to my goals. But whatever you're actually giving the majority of your mindset to, that's what you are going to be manifesting, right? And if you're thinking, I feel sad, or I feel stuck, or whatever it is, right? That's the energy that you're going to be getting more. And you're going to feel more and more and more of that, right? So be careful, right, about what you are projecting, right? Be mindful, right? Be mindful about what you are projecting, right? Balancing the spirituality and practicality, right? The practical things that you can do every day, and putting that together with the manifestations that you and Spirit are really trying to bring into reality, right? Thank you, Spirit, right? What are you doing? Is it them, or is it your insecurities? Don't be guided by fear, right? Release your fear. Release your fear of relapsing back into the past, which I feel like for some of you, it was a lot, right? You're stepping into this pupil role, I really feel like, right? You're doing a lot of studying. great. Spirit said good. Good, good, good. Yes, and a lot of you are studying on your life's purpose, on your dreams, chasing them down, right? Absolutely. Yeah, you are discovering your life's true purpose. You are fulfilling your contracts and healing your trauma. Keep your head up. This path takes time, right? You're forgiving yourself from all the ways you feel like in the past maybe you weren't making it. Maybe you weren't doing it, right? Excuse me for just 1 second, you guys. That is so funny, you guys, okay? Because my grandfather was over here earlier and he was trying to help me fix something at my house. And he was saying, I bet this is what's causing it. And I'm like, I've never, he's like, I bet your cats are doing this. And I'm like, my cats don't do that. I've never seen them over there messing with any of the stuff that we were focusing on trying to fix, right? Just then I went to go see what my cats were doing because they were having a ruckus and they were over there right by. And I'm like, I've never seen y'all over here messing around over here by this, right? So be careful what you're manifesting, right? My grandma, I was in there and I said, I'd be damned. I said, look at him manifesting that right into, so I think that's just further. Their spirit is just saying. Yeah, and let's get back into Kundalini awakening, right? Going through this great, I was just about to say we can move forward to this, right? Yeah, working on that mission work, right? With that starseed there, working on that mission work, life's purpose, right? Healing those traumas, letting go, releasing this negativity, the personal issues that you were dealing with, it's really coming to a resolution, and Spirit is saying, good, this is part of your life purpose. This is how you get into it, right? If you're looking into how you move forward, right? Let go of the past. Right? I feel like there is a time and place, but then at some point Spirit is saying, like, how many times are you going to go over it? How many times are you going to think about it? Right? Soul tribe. So I definitely feel like for some of you, right, you're definitely calling in soul tribe members here, okay? That it's helping you, right? It's helping you that's helping you go through this right now, right? People that are meant to be, people that you have soul contracts with, right? People that other star seeds, and Meditation. Breathe in the love, light, and knowledge of the universe. Travel inward, still your mind, and listen to your heart, right? As you are doing this meditation, as you are doing these manifestations, as you are realizing that you are getting in line, right? Getting in alignment with yourself, getting in alignment with what your true power is. Your power isn't in focusing on your trauma from the past, right? Your power is in letting go and healing from it, right? And that's what this manifestation is doing for you here. Being bold, taking the first moves, working on this manifestation, right? Working with spirit. Spirit's like they want to work with you. The universe is there constantly wanting to yield positive energy to you. But if you put out negative energy, if you're talking about it, if you're focusing on it, then the universe has no choice but to yield to you what you are manifesting, right? There's something else you want to talk about here, Spirit? With this deck? Yeah, just karmic cycles, right? That's what you're releasing. It's part of your life purpose is releasing these karmic cycles from the past, right? This personal issue. This is beautiful, you guys are definitely, right? Right, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Are you stuck? You hold the power. Learn your lesson and let go of the past. That's exactly what woo, Spirit, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I keep seeing that starseed, and that's not going to apply for everybody in the collective because not everybody really resonates with that. But if that resonates with you, okay. I keep seeing this codependent card here too. The codependent card keeps showing up right around when I see the starseed. Like I'll see the starseed card, and then the codependent card comes out. What do you want to talk about with that, Spirit? Spirit saying that's a separate issue. So if you do, so this part of this message is not most of this generalness right here. Okay, this is general. I'm going to get a little bit more specific. What do you want to talk about with this starseed message? If you are resonating closer with being a starseed or with any kind of like starseed, you're doing research or anything like that right now, okay? Spirit is saying you're going to be doing some very important research within the next couple of weeks, okay? It's going to be, you know, really life-changing is what I'm hearing, like really life-changing. Yeah, again, yeah. Something that's really going to help you with this codependent. Let go of the thought that you need anyone else to feel complete. You are whole, not a half, right? How is this codependent? Some of you might have been overly dependent on asking, oh, how do you want to put this, Spirit? New moon, the end and the beginning of a new cycle. Some of you might have been, okay, some of you might have been letting go of a karmic cycle from another life, okay? Old past karmic cycles from past energy, especially around a specific person, I want to say. Yeah, you're healing yourself. You're healing yourself of this codependent energy here, right? Of codependent energy on. Some of you might not have realized how codependent you were on identifying with your trauma, right? And you're really healing that, right? Here in this third dimension, here in this cycle that you're breaking your way out of, right? Some of you came from a place where, on the kind of starseed tangent, I'm still on that. Some of you came from a place where things are a little less material, a little less physical. And you needed to learn from a karmic cycle of releasing. There was a release that you needed to do around trauma. It's around understanding trauma and understanding people that need to heal in a way, right? And to understand that as part of your life cycle, you needed to go through it yourself. Nothing teaches us better than life experience, right? Going through it yourself, experiencing it firsthand, right? There was a healing that needed to happen here that you can only experience going through it here in this third dimension, here in this physical reality, here on this place, on this particular place, right? Mm-hmm. I'm hearing the word aloof. Some of you might have had a kind of aloof, kind of judgmental attitude about humans or about people. And you need to come here and experience a little bit of life yourself, right? Spirit doesn't want to get too much more specific on that because this is a general reading and that's only going to be for certain crew members out there. You know who you are, right? If you know, you know. If you know that you're working through it, you know, right? For some of you, it was definitely some, right? You, look at that. Look at that. Fifth dimension, third dimension. Some of you really have come from higher dimensions here, right? Where things are a lot less physical, like I said, right? Where it's more energy based. And you needed to come here and experience life a little bit differently. Yeah. And it's a karmic cycle, not as much in the sense of, too many people think of karmic cycles in a sense of, oh, I must have done bad deeds in the past and I need to be punished or I need to learn my lesson in this lifetime. It's less that, and it's less, it's like, oh, let me sign up for this course. Let me sign up for this educational course, right? Yeah. Let me sign up for this educational course. I need to know more about what it feels like to go through this so that I can know how to help more people through it. 454 down on the real-time clock. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of enlightenment. Look, I said that, right? Did you guys see that? Soul contract, right? This was soul contracted to happen here. Star, you came here for this enlightenment, right? You're being guided here. Number 8 is really standing out to me too. I'm hearing like the strength card. Okay. What else do you want to talk about? Is that all for the starseed messages? Yes. Okay, Spirit said that's all for the starseed messages. You know who you are, boos. Hello, brothers, sisters. You know who you are, right? Everybody can get something out of that too, right? Everybody. That message was for some people specifically, right? And you'll know, right? You'll know when you're healing and you're going through that, right? Otherwise, for the general messages, just most of you are just healing out of past karmic cycles. I'm sorry, just one second. Sorry about that. I had a visitor, but absolutely, right? Let's get back into it. Manifestation. Yep. New beginnings, right? This meditation and kind of like knowledge. It's really here. You guys are taking in a lot of knowledge right now, right? It's bringing in new beginnings. Yeah. A new start is coming. Stay positive and open-minded to all the possibilities the universe has in store for you. Absolutely. Now on the back of the deck, divine protection. All right. This connection is divinely protected. Relax. Yeah. Hey, some of you might have been worried about your divine protection with the universe and what you were putting into it. Comparing your connection to other people, right? I am in competition. Excuse me, sir. So, 80 cups, walking away, right? Walking away from the past. Walking away, letting go of anything that held you back. Yeah, exactly. Anything that kept you trapped, right? Anything that made you exactly feel hangman, right? Right? And waiting in this waiting period, but feeling like you were stuck waiting. You know? And it's kind of like, let's do it, right? This reflection really helped you. There. Something fell on the ground. Sorry about all the interruptions, you guys. But yes, the lovers. The lovers flew across the room, right? So choice, right? Spirit said, you know, it's your choice. It's your choice. But I feel like a lot of you are walking away, making this choice between your lower self and your higher self, right? Making this choice. Walking away, being done, right? I was talking about that earlier this week, right? In the readings. Talking about you walking away from this hermit mode, from this state of reflecting on the past, going inside. Now it's, you know, kind of time. Right? King of Swords, I stand in my truth. Tell me more about this balancing here. Oh, yes. Right? Mother, birth, the Empress. Yeah. Like birthing a new you into beginning. Bringing justice to yourself. Bringing balance. Bringing truth forward to yourself. Right? To your journey. Love it. Wow. Tower. Might be a tower moment happening here for you guys, right? This is a tower moment, right? Realizing this choice. Realizing I have a choice, right? Realizing in the past I was blocking my truth, right? And you might have here with this Hierophant here in the back, okay? You might have had an issue with traditional mindsets, like how you were thought to think about your past, how you were taught to think about your past, how you were taught to think about your past, how you were taught to think about, you know, about what you can make your reality, right? Maybe some of you are really learning more about manifestation, right? And about how you can ask the universe and you can get an answer. Having to learn more about that, right? You're setting up these really healthy boundaries for yourself, right? With that Queen of Swords there. And also healthy boundaries in the sense of not only karmic people around you, but your own karmic energy within you, your own karmic cycles of the past, your own thought processes of the past, old ways that were that Eight of Swords, right? Keeping you stuck, trapped in your mind, stuck in a singular way of thinking, right? It has to go like this, and then it has to go like that, and then it has to be like this, and it has to be like that, right? Setting up 10 of Pentacles, a new legacy for yourself, listening to your intuition. I'm also hearing something about insecurities around the way people saw you. Like, so many of us live in insecurities that are subconscious that we don't even realize about really honestly living in our truth, really honestly living. And it's like so many of us feel like we need to ask permission, right? We need to ask permission to be ourselves, ask permission to manifest what we really want, right? I want you, right? What we really want. And so many of us in the past, we feel stuck because of traditional mindsets about, well, if you want it, it has to be like this and it has to be like that, right? Putting up those healthy boundaries, again, around what other people, like we were talking about in the beginning, what other people think about your manifestations, what other people think about what you're capable of, what other people think about the universe, this world is capable of. You can't really do that. Can you really just think, and love yourself into giving yourself and manifesting whatever you want, no matter where you started, no matter who you are? Yes. Yes. Right? I'm in a partnership. I am in a partnership with the universe. I am in a symbiotic relationship with the universe, right? Ace of Wands. I know what I want. I know what I want. I just have to be in the mindset to give it to myself, right? And listen to my intuition. Right? For some of you, you were actually running away. What you were walking away from was, some of you might have even found out that some of the time you felt like you were listening to your intuition when you were really listening to your shadow, or when you were really listening to your ego. Right? Yeah. Justice. Truth. Right? The universe is trying to bring in truth. They're trying to bring in balance for you, right? And you were blocking it. You were your own block. There are ways that other people are, other people can try to be blocks for us, but in the end, we realize other people's energy can only be a block if you allow it, right? If you allow it to be. If you allow their opinion or their energy to affect the way you feel about what you deserve, about who you are. And for some of you, that's the karma that you're really letting go of here, right? And and it's trauma and other things from your childhood or from past relationships where you were really made to feel like, you need to keep yourself small, you need to dim yourself, right? You need to be like us. Misery loves company, right? Be like us and just have a regular life and just compromise yourself and compromise who you are and compromise standing in your truth. And it comes with a sense of, and it can come with a sense of feeling lonely by understanding you need to stand in your truth regardless, right? And the universe rewards you for standing in your truth with your manifestations, with you understanding, I actually really deserve everything that I want. I do deserve this, right? And I can get it. And I really feel like this awakening that you're going through here is causing this manifestation to really come to pass. Queen, I am an accomplished teacher. Queen of Wands. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands energy. Some of you are really meant to turn around and really teach other people this, right? But also just teaching yourself. Some of you are also looking at other soul tribe members, other people, right? That are here, that are teaching you, right? Five of Cups, I am lost in regret. Feeling and letting go. Spirit is saying, right? Letting go of a lot of regrets of the way you felt about it. Also, for some of you, I feel like you were very much so influenced to think about yourself in this compromised way by other people who lived with a lot of regrets about the way they handled their lives, right? We compromised ourselves, so you should compromise yourself too, right? We compromised who we were, so you should compromise yourself too. We shined a little, dimmer, or didn't shine at all, so you shouldn't either, right? But look, star, hope, guidance, healing. You are supposed to be this star. You are supposed to be this guidance. You are supposed to shine bright. We're all supposed to shine bright, and until we realize, right? Until we realize that other people dimming themselves, or other people's emotions, or other people's struggles, or other people's, lack of accomplishments does not have to be ours, right? It absolutely does not have to be ours. And just because other people around us are committed to the struggle life does not mean that we have to be, right? I take action, right? For full beginning, right? A fresh start, new beginnings, a fresh start. 9 of Cups, I got what I asked for. Really, really getting and bringing in this wish fulfillment for yourself, right? Bringing in these manifestations for yourself by taking actions towards your manifestations, by taking actions towards that, right? I'm going to do what it takes right now to bring that in. And a lot of you are realizing that you're the one that holds the power to do that for yourself, right? 8 of Wands, I seize opportunities. Period. Right? Also 7 of Wands, I defend myself. You learn how to defend your energy, defend your alignment against other people who might want to try to send the vibration of pulling you out of alignment. Or for you fighting yourself to feel the need to match other people's vibrations that pull you out of your own alignment, right? Sometimes that does require you to be alone for a little bit. Sometimes that does require you to separate yourself from people for a little bit. But eventually, as you work into it, right, you will be able to bring yourself into alignment no matter who you're around, no matter what other people think of you, right? Okay. I am celebrating with others. I am heartbroken, right? What did I say? Misery loves company. Other people are heartbroken, so they want you to be heartbroken. You don't have to be. You don't have to match their energy, right? You don't have to participate in misery loves company. That's another traditional mindset that we've been taught to think, right? Being weighed down by our thoughts. And what thoughts are weighing you down, that's what you're manifesting, right? A lot of you are taking a step back here, right, with this 4 of Swords, because you're realizing, I need to step back. I'm resting in order to heal myself. That's fine, right? 9 of Wands. I learned from my past. Six of Cups. I want to be with you. I really feel like as you find out that I've been listening a lot. I've mentioned this several times, and I last night was listening to some podcasts from Abraham Esther Hicks, right? About participating in a healthy type of selfishness. And we've talked about that on this channel before too. It's been a while since I talked about it, but other people might call you selfish when you isolate yourself. Other people might tell you, oh, you've changed. Oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, you brand new now. That energy does not have to be your energy. And so many times we want to bring people to, we find our alignment, and then we want to bring other people into alignment with us. You can't make anybody else get into alignment. You can't make anybody else heal, right? And so many times being around those people and sympathizing with them brings down your energy to match their energy. Instead of that, stand in your selfishness. Stand with your healthy boundaries, with your healthy selfishness, right? And say, no, I'm not going to go down there with you. No, I'm not going to talk about your misery with you. No, I'm not going to commiserate with you. No, I'm not going to join your miserable company. And this, you don't have to find this person's company miserable, but you know what I mean. Misery loves company, right? No. I want you to be with me. But if I'm here, stay here. And when you stay here, those who are ready, and when they are ready, they will join you there. And for some people, they might not be ready, but that's their own path. That's their own thing that they're doing, right? Some people aren't ready when you're ready, and that has to be okay, right? Stand in your truth regardless. Stay in your alignment regardless, right? Find your alignment and then fight for it to stay in it, right? I just saw the five of wands. I will fight. That's so funny. As soon as I said fight for it, the 5 of wands showed itself. I want to work with you. 3 of pentacles. A lot of people, right? They want to be with you. They want to work with you. A lot of people want to do that, but a lot of people, you take your responsibility of understanding. No, you tell people, no, you match me up here. And it doesn't have to be a demand. And you don't have to sit around saying, you're low vibrational and you're karmic and you're this and you're that. You just stay in their vibration is their business. You stay in your vibration. And if they want to stay in the wobble, or if they want to stay in the vibration where they are right now, that's their business. You want to be with me? You find your high vibration, right? I'm going to stay in it. I'm going to stay in my satisfaction. I feel complete satisfaction. Right? I see beyond. 2 of wands. Right? Yeah, queen. A lot of you are finding out that this Queen of Cups, there's nothing wrong with being a Queen of Cups, right? But so many times we get mixed up in the thought of being this Queen of Cups, meaning that we need to match other people's vibration, or we want to hold back our vibration subconsciously because we don't want to leave behind those other people. Or you want to say, oh my God, I found this and it's so wonderful and it's so great and it's so high vibrational and I feel so good. I want you to feel that way too. I want you to be on this vibration too. But what works better than that is just staying in your vibration and inspiring other people to match that vibration as well. How you give your love freely is you give your love freely to yourself. And you inspire other people to do the same. Right? I see beyond what our traditional thought processes of this 3D world has placed upon me. 6 of wands. I am victorious. Right? Because of this hermit, right? Because of this reflection that you have done. And I've done it. I've been thinking about this a lot, right? I've done it on this channel plenty of times, talking down about people who are in a karmic state or those who haven't raised above it, right? And it's so important that if you are in a state of joining your alignment, of getting in alignment with yourself, that you are not judging other people who haven't found their alignment yet, right? It doesn't help them. It doesn't help them to judge them. It doesn't help them to point out their flaws. It doesn't help them to point out the ways that they're not ready and they're not doing it and you just don't get it and you haven't decided and you're not in alignment with enough and you're not in alignment like me. You know, you wouldn't want somebody who's even further into alignment than you are coming along saying the same thing to you, and it doesn't help you, right? Because the energy that you give out is the energy that you get back. So if you give out the energy, I love myself and I fiercely love myself and I stand in my alignment no matter what's happening, no matter who's around me. That's the energy that eventually you will get back from other people. I stay in my alignment and I love myself and I'm down with it and I go with it and I get into the flow of it, right? But when you're putting out that energy of you're not in alignment, you're a karmic. You're still doing your karmic stuff. You're still aligned with your karmic. You're still in karmic relationships. Well, that's the energy that you're giving out to other people, right? And that's the energy that you are going to get back from them. Yep, I'm right. You're right. I'm still in my karma. 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 So be aware of that, right? Choice, right? The lover's choice. When you do that, when you speak on that, that's the energy that you're giving back to yourself as well. Then you start to feel like you need to match their karma. Then you feel like you need to start lowering yourself in vibration to match whatever vibration you're talking about, to match whatever vibration you are assigning and giving to other people. That's why there's so much power in just staying in your lane. And I'm starting to notice that. You know? And it's so true. We're so used to that, right? We are so used to trying to control other people around us. You can't do that. You can't get in alignment enough to make other people get in alignment. You can inspire them to get into their own alignment or to get into alignment with what, you know, with what their own self is, you know, what is in alignment for their own self. You can't force people to get into the alignment you feel like they should be in, because it's not your place to do that. Here in the tarot world, especially when we're talking about like twin flames or your person, you're like, oh, your person's out of alignment. Your person's doing this. Your person's doing that. Well, we're talking about what you feel like your person should be doing. That does not mean that what you feel like they should be doing and where you feel like they should be and what you feel like they should have accomplished, that does not mean that that's actually where they are or where they're supposed to be. Right? And it does not help them get into alignment by pointing out how out of alignment they are. And like I said, I am realizing that in myself. This is a revelation that I'm going through myself. I am realizing that I have participated in doing this. You know, that my past videos of talking about how, oh, your emperor is still in doing this and they're doing that, you know, it's not helping. It doesn't help. And a lot of you might be saying, well, you're just stating facts. What you're really doing is fighting, right? You're fighting them getting into alignment just as much as their karmic or other people that are holding them back, right? You're causing more chaos, right? You're causing more disalignment. Right. Have hope instead. Give guidance instead. Get healing instead. And how you do that is by setting an example, by doing it yourself. Getting into alignment yourself. Staying happy yourself. Doing what you need to do. Working on your stuff. Being kind and loving and forgiving to yourself. That helps infinitely more than pointing out how out of alignment somebody else is. Temperance. Actually, that wasn't the card I was trying to pick up. But anyway, it's the card that came out, so it's meant to happen, right? patience, harmony, right? Have patience. Your schedule isn't somebody else's schedule, right? Also, somebody else's schedule is not your schedule. We've been talking about that too, right? But it goes the other way as well, right? I really feel like a lot of you are issuing in this really stable energy for yourself. This King of Pentacles, really grounded, stable energy for yourself. And it's beautiful. It feels great. This combination of this King of Pentacles and Queen of Cups, as well as the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, right? It feels really good. It feels really, really good. Yeah. I'm balancing so much. So have patience. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with the people around you, right? But really mostly with the people around you and with the people you're connecting to, just mind your business. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I just mean, mind your business. Where they are is where they are in their journey. Worry about where you are on your journey, right? And just as much as I say, don't compare them to you, right? Don't either way. I'm hearing the word bliss. Bliss and bless. Emperor. Father control. Okay. I stand in my truth. Look, okay, I was just about to say, is this about twin flames? Twin flame. So, look at that. Getting in alignment. I stand strong in my truth. Yeah, this full moon is releasing a lot. It's releasing a lot. Yeah, helping to bring in that inner union, right? Helping to bring in that inner union in yourself. Yeah, fifth dimension. There is a connection beyond the physical. You are connected in the 5D higher self union, right? Bringing in that union to your higher self, getting in alignment, right? Tell me more about this Emperor, please. What do you want to say about this Emperor spirit? Full moon. Yeah. The completion. Draw from the power of the climax. Absolutely. Release and give back in gratitude, right? Release this control, right? This need to control. This need to control you. This need to control other people around you. It's just breeding more frustration inside of yourself, right? You are getting in alignment here. And it's really, right? With this Empress, with your feminine side, right? Healing any kind of, whoops. With this Empress, this feminine side of yourself, right? Really healing any kind of codependent karmic energy you had from your past, right? Feeling like you needed somebody else. Feeling like you needed to control other people, where and when they went and when they aligned themselves and how they acted around you and how they treated you, right? Right? This is a codependency that you are healing. Your masculine energy is healing and releasing this need to control other people around you so that they don't hurt you, so that they don't that you don't build more fear, right? A lot of you here unknowingly had a lot of control that you wanted to keep on yourself and around other people, right? You also gave up your control. A little bit of both, right? Giving up your control to other people in a way. Comparing yourself to other people is giving away your power to other people. Right? And that's whether or not you're thinking they're so much better than me, or whether or not you're thinking I'm so much better than them. Both ways. Right? Releasing this need to control everything, to think that it's going to stop you from being hurt, or to think that you can stop yourself from hurting other people. I mean, you can stop yourself from hurting, you know, well, in a sense, right? But all of this, ooh, thank you, Spirit, is this inner child healing that you needed to do, right? Healing that inner divine feminine, healing that inner divine masculine, right? Healing any kind of parent wounds that you have around this, right? Woo, you guys, my heart space is just boom. I feel it. It's such a release. It feels fantastic, you guys. It feels fantastic. Exactly. Dreaming a lot about concentrating to your dreams and also forgiveness. Like I said, with this inner child healing a lot of parent wounds, right? And I know sometimes you guys are like, really? But our subconscious, you know, is develops at such a young age. It has so much to do with how our subconscious thought, our shadow, how we really deeply feel about ourselves, what we deeply feel like we deserve is set up so much in our childhood, you guys. You know, what society, how we view ourselves, how we view how we fit into society, how we view how society accepts us, how much we want to be accepted by society, that hierophant energy, right? That's all set up in your childhood. That's all set up, and it just manifests so deeply in your subconscious, and you really got to dig in deep into there. Really study it, and really kind of reorient, rewire how your brain feels and thinks about it, right? Wow, about true love. I really feel like so many of you had to really do this inner child healing because at a base of it, right? I'm getting a little Freudian here, right? We really base how we feel about love and how we deserve to be loved, who we deserve to be with. And that's not just in romantic love, but also platonic love, and also how we feel, how we get gratified from the acceptance that we get, the love that we get from society, right? From our community, from our friends, from our family, right? How we really truly feel about love is set up so much with our relationship that we have with our parents, or the relationships that we have when we're young, right? With whoever they are. Some of you really had to go and really reintroduce yourself, to really reteach yourself about, at the base of it, love, right? Because the energy of source is pure love. Is pure, we want to give you exactly what you want. But the universe doesn't listen to what you say, it listens to how you feel. And for so many of you, deep down inside, how you felt was, I need to be accepted by other people to feel like I deserve it. I need to feel like, you know, I don't feel like I deserve it because somehow other people have taught me that I don't deserve it. I am codependent on what my society says that I should want, what level I should strive to. And underneath that, the difference, the gap between what society and what societal standards tell me I should subscribe to and tell me I should strive for, and what my securities or insecurities tell me I actually deserve. Damn. Right? And then I've been hurt before by feeling like I don't. I feel like society has done me wrong, or I feel like there has been an injustice done to me. So I will try to control how I feel about it, how society feels about me, by controlling my image, by control how I talk, how I walk, who I with, who I'm date, where I live, what I eat, what I do, what I look like on social media. I will try to control and carefully craft an image for myself on every level. Even if it's, oh, I go against, I rail against society, right? At the end of it, rebelling against society is still basing yourself on what society thinks. I'm this way because it's anti what society thinks I should be. That's still you being based on society. That's still you being based on what society says you should be. And so many of us in the spiritual world, yo, we got to learn how to stand in our truth, right? We got to learn how to break out of this competition, right? We got to break out of this comparison, right? Of what society thinks is okay, what our parents think is okay, and what our friends think is okay, right? Because when you're getting into the spirituality, and if it's not just like a standard spiritual, a standard spiritual experience, when it's breaking into kind of new age spirituality, when it's breaking into manifestation, when it's breaking into really healing this childhood trauma, when it's really down deep, right? It's buried down so deep inside our subconscious, so deeply inside our human want to be a part of society because, right? Back in the day, if you weren't accepted by society, you were ostracized from society, aka you were eaten, right? Aka you did not have the protection of society, right? Or maybe I should say therefore, less than aka, right? Also known as, right? You were, right? It's a survival. It's an egotistical survival technique of I need to be accepted, because if I'm not accepted, I do not get the benefits of being inside this society, as in their protection. As in, I can live in the family unit. I can live in the town. I can live in the village. I can live where there's light, where there's food, where I'm being protected. And it's so buried, so down, so deep in so many of us. And there is this gap that we're coming to where your spirituality and who we are as a modern day society doesn't necessarily jive with who we are on an animalistic basis, right? Our thought process, our technology, and our minds have come to a place where we're having to rise above, right? That base instinct. That is true elevation, right? That's going through that enlightenment. That's answering answering to a higher calling, answering to a higher truth is, okay, I'm not just an animal living out on the plain who needs to live based on society, because I'll die otherwise, right? I'll be living out in the wilderness, right? Unable to survive. Or even if you're like, I want to live out there like a hermit off the grid, right? All of that at the end is still based on the fact that you feel like you're going to have some kind of superiority over society. I'm that lone wolf, I'm that, what do they call them? Sigma males or whatever. I'm not really into the whole alpha, beta, sigma thing. If you are, whatever, that's you, right? But it's like, all of that at the end is based in what society will think of you on the way that you live. And you have to get into the way that your brain's wired, and you have to get into the psychology of why you feel the way you do. And you got to get into it deep, right? Because the universe, in manifestation, in law of attraction, the universe listens to how you feel, not what you say. You say, I want $1 million. And underneath it is, how many people really get $1 million? How realistic is it that I'm just going to get $1 million? Wow, it's going to require a lot of work. Wow, not that many people get that. Let alone getting it through something that you actually love, something that brings you joy. Who really gets that? Who really does that? And that's what the universe listens to. Not but I want $1 million. And then you don't get $1 million, and it reinforces that subconscious thought process of, well, of course I didn't get $1 million, because who really gets $1 million? Right? I am enjoying this conversation so much with you guys this time. Oh, I mean, I enjoy a lot of most of our conversations, right? That's why I'm here doing this. But I love talking about this stuff, you guys. I love it. 2-2 balance. Stuff is balancing out here. I see beyond. I'm balancing so much. I see beyond all of the everyday pinnacles, right? All the everyday. I am balancing my conscious self and my subconscious self, my higher self and my conscious ego self. I am balancing those two out, right? Awakening is about coming to the sense that it's recognizing those two are separate things, recognizing, and then most of us go through a stage of demonizing that ego part of ourselves, that shadow part of ourselves. Then we come to a stage of recognizing it, realizing it, not pushing it away so much to the fact that we understand that as a part of us, as being a human being, being a person, it's a natural part of us, right? But quieting it, or giving enough voice to our higher self, right? To our conscious self, to where we can tell the difference between when our ego or our fear or our doubt or that, that that first instinct, and listening to our higher self, listening to our higher brain, listening to our deeper thoughts inside of ourself that know our individual truth, our intuition, connecting with an even higher beyond that, connecting with source, connecting with our ancestors, right? Connecting with spirit guides. This is brilliant. I love this, y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. I am so proud of y'all. And it's all part of, right? It's all part of your soul contract. Right? It's all part of doing that shadow work. It's all part of those healthy boundaries, right? Finding those healthy boundaries, not only between, because so much here in tarot and, in the world of tarot, we talk about putting up these healthy boundaries between you and other people. But less people talk about putting up those healthy boundaries between you and your shadow self, and between you and your ego. Plenty of people talk about it, right? But it is the other side of the coin. It is the other side of all of the feel-good love readings, right? Because this work is the shadow work that has to happen to manifest in those partnerships that you really want, to manifest in those soulmate partnerships, to manifest in those twin flame partnerships, right? To manifest in those soul tribe partnerships, to manifest in those dream careers that we want, to manifest in those dream houses that we want, to manifest in all of the 3D things that we want. This work has to happen first. Or has to happen as it's coming in, right? All of it doesn't have to happen first. And we're all on a unique journey, and whether or not, when what comes in for you is unique to you, right? Right? But it's about doing this shadow work so that you can accept the unconditional love of the universe, right? To accept the unconditional love, all the just beauty and love and light and high vibration that the universe just wants to shower down on you, right? This work right here, it helps bring it in, right? Chasing, right? A lot of you were chasing this unconditional love, this feeling of unconditional love, and a lot of you were looking for it in your twins and your soulmates and your friends and your family and your parents. And at the end of the day, Spirit wants to tell you, you got it, because you got it in your connection with Source. So no matter how lonely you feel, no matter how much you feel like, if you feel like your friends or your family or your lovers or your karmic exes or whatever it is not giving you the unconditional love that you deserve, honey, you got it. All you have to do is understand that no matter what anybody else thinks you deserve, or no matter what anybody else wants to give you, you deserve it. And you have it. That's all part of that self, right? Stare deeply into the mirror, climb deep inside, say hello to your shadow self, accept the parts of yourself that you cannot change, and release. Right? The dark cannot exist without the light cannot exist without the dark. You are two halves of a whole by yourself. Right? And that's what being here on this third dimension, that's what being here on this world, it's all part of your soul's contract, your soul cycle, right? It was meant to happen. This is fated. This is part of your destiny, to learn this, to know this, to realize this. So many of you are coming into this union with yourself, right? To coming in with this union with Source, which is what coming into union with yourself really is, right? Psychic connection, right? Right? It's protected. This true love, this true unconditional love that you want, it's always there, and it's always protected. It's always there for you, right? You just got to stop chasing after it and realize that it's inside of you the whole time, right? That you got it. The connection is there. You just got to convince yourself that you deserve it, because you do. Spirit knows no matter what you've done, no matter what mistakes you've made, no matter how many karmic cycles you've been in, no matter how many karmic relationships, no matter how low vibrational you've been, for how long, doesn't matter. Spirit wants to give you this unconditional love, and they don't care about all that shit in the past. It's about you realizing that you deserve it now, right now, right now, right now, right now. And I'll give it to myself by showing the universe that I unconditionally love myself. Stop looking for this in other people and notice, right? Because it's not, anyway, look for it in yourself. Stop chasing after for it in other people, and know that you have it inside of yourself, in your connection with Source. And forgive, right? Forgive, 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 forgive. About any kind of towers, any kind of struggle, let go. Right? Spirit is taking away all unnecessary things from your life. Let the towers fall to rebuild your foundation. Forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgiveness is the key to love, right? Empathy and compassion will lead the way. Anger and pain only weigh you down. Ascend. Last few messages, please, Spirit. This was beautiful. I enjoyed this with you guys so much today. Let me know in the comment section down below if this is really helping you, if you're feeling the vibes, okay? Right? Divine blessing. A lot of you have divine blessings coming in, because now you realize, right, that your connection with Source is the divine blessing that you have been given, and it's given to every single one of us. We just have to quiet our animal brains, quiet our lower selves, quiet our past, quiet our fears, quiet our doubts, to realize that we have it here inside of us the whole time. What we were looking for was inside of us the whole time. And it might sound cliche, but Spirit saying 3 more. Okay, thank you. Oh, you want me to draw the 1 more? Yes. Oh. Oh. Runner. A lot of you too, I feel like Spirit was saying, that a lot of you were running away because you felt so guilty, because you felt so weighed down, because this felt so heavy. So many of you were running away from these regrets, running away from facing the shadow, running away from facing this, right? Running away from actually releasing this negativity, right? Because in releasing it, you have to face it. You have to come face to face to it. You have to accept it, right? And sometimes it's hard for us to accept all this stuff we talked about here, right? It's hard for us to accept this. But it feels so good when we do, right? Feels so good. Healing karmic cycle, right? Separation. When we separate ourselves from it, it feels so good. Third dimension, union and empath. You can feel others' emotions. Stay positive and release any feelings that aren't yours, right? When we're in this empathic nature that we have upon us, it is so easy, right? And we've been taught for so long that somehow God is judging us. Somehow Source is judging us. Somehow if we've committed certain sins, we don't deserve the love, right? 555 down on the real-time clock. Somehow we don't deserve this. This is something that Spirit wants us to change so much, right? You thought for so long that you deserve to be punished in some kind of way. But Spirit just wants you to break out of that and to realize that no matter what, Spirit is here with this unconditional love for you, right? That doesn't mean that you don't have to change some things about you with that 555, right? Doesn't mean you don't have to come into alignment. Doesn't mean you don't have to work. Doesn't mean you don't have to walk away from certain friends and family. Doesn't mean you don't have to realign yourself, right? Doesn't mean you don't have to put in that hard work. Doesn't mean you don't have to chase after your dreams, right? But it's there for you when you're ready, right? Union with Source can happen 100% right here in the 3D, right? Just stop listening to other people telling you that don't deserve it. Stop listening to, friends or family, and for a lot of them, that's just the way they were taught, and that's the way they were taught, and that's the way they were taught, and that's the way they were taught, and it's been passed down for so long. It's just become it's become part of our collective consciousness that we just have to work so hard for it, when the universe is so ready to just freely give it to you. Spirit said, and once you realize that, everything just opens up, right? And there's some people, it's reminding me of the scene from The Matrix, right? Where Morpheus and Neo are walking around, right? And they're running the woman in the red dress program, right? And he's saying, what you don't understand is that a lot of these people are still plugged in, and they will fight against it. They will fight to still be a part of the system, right? And you might feel that, and you might feel the want, you might feel the need to want to match that energy, to fight back, right? To compare yourself, to create more of that chaos. No, you need to join me. No, you need to leave it behind. No, you need to, I know, and like I said, it might sound really selfish, but it is a sort of sense of save yourself, right? Save yourself. Because so many of us have that guilt to leaving friends behind, leaving family behind, when you're really not leaving them behind, right? You're letting them find their own path, which is the biggest unconditional love that you can give other people, is allowing them to learn the lessons they need to learn, and loving them when they're learning it on their time, on their schedule, in their place, at their time, right? And just be grateful that now is your time, right? And when they see, they will come, they will ask, well, how did you do this? Well, I just learned it's my time. It's my time right now because I decided it was. And some of them, they might buck against that, but some of them, because maybe it's not time, but some of them, they will realize it's my time. And you just kind of have to let that be when it is, where it is, because it's divine time on their time. right? It's not about your time. It's not about when you're ready for people to come with you or when you're ready for people to wake up. It's about when they're ready, right? Other people will try to get you to match their vibration. Don't. And eventually, you will be able to, no matter what somebody else feels about it, no matter how somebody feels like you should dim yourself, no matter how somebody feels intimidated, or if somebody feels envious, or if somebody feels, like they want to take something, none of that will matter. How anybody else feels about you or feels about themselves won't matter. Give yourself the time and the space to allow it to align. Give other people the time and the space to allow it to align. And when other people tell you, or regardless of what other people tell you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they feel. What matters at the end of the day is how you feel. Because how you feel is what the universe is listening to. I had such a great time with you today. Thank you so much for being here with me. I enjoyed this discussion immensely, immensely. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Okay. Thank you for giving me some of your time. Thank you to your spirit guides and to and to you for being ready to hear this message. Thank you for being here. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end of the message or wherever, how much of this message you listened to. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving it the time and the space. Thank you to everybody. If you like the content, give it a like or subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much for the love. Thank you very much for the energy exchange. I really appreciate you guys, right? Thank you to everybody who likes, who comments, who subscribes, who donates to the channel, who gets a personal reading. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I'm so grateful that I'm here with you guys today, all right? Many, many blessings, right, to you moving forward, and here's to you finding that love today, right? Or whenever you're ready. All right, my loves. Goodbye. I will see you in the next one.